It was a quiet afternoon on October 15th, 2008 at the Lane Bryant clothing store in Tinley Park. Customers browsed unaware that terror was about to descend. In the next moments, screams would echo, bullets would pierce the air, and lives would be shattered. 5 women would be killed, a 6th critically wounded, a massacre that would confound investigators for years. And yet the face behind the mask remained unknown. The Lane Bryant store in Tinley Park was an ordinary retail space, a place of shopping and chatter. On that fateful day, it would become a crime scene that baffled local authorities. Detectives would later describe it as a place that shifted in an instant from ordinary suburban calm to the site of unthinkable violence. Investigators would spend months piecing together how this attack was orchestrated. Was it random, a botched robbery, or something more sinister? Theories swirled, yet every clue seemed to vanish as quickly as it appeared. The killer had left no traceable fingerprints, no DNA, no clear motive, only chaos. At approximately 3:15 p.m., the gunman entered the store. Eyewitnesses would later recall the suddenness, a single figure, hood up, gun drawn. Shouts and panic erupted as bullets were fired indiscriminately. 5 women would be killed in cold blood, leaving only horror and confusion in their wake. First responders arrived to a scene of devastation. 5 victims lay dead. Another survived against all odds. The local community was stunned. How could such brutality strike in their quiet suburb? Questions outnumbered answers, and investigators faced the first of many frustrating dead ends. Witnesses described the gunman in vague terms: a man in dark clothing, perhaps late 20s or 30s, his face partially obscured. Surveillance footage was grainy. Investigators collected every scrap of evidence, spent casings, fingerprints, fiber samples, but the suspect's trail seemed to vanish into thin air. Detectives combed through hours of footage, interviewed employees, and reviewed prior criminal records. No known motive emerged. Theories ranged from robbery gone wrong to a carefully targeted attack, yet the suspect remained elusive, leaving investigators frustrated and families seeking answers. The community came together to mourn. Vigils were held, candles lit in memory of the victims. The survivors and families were left with unanswerable questions. Fear lingered as the knowledge that a killer walked free haunted the streets of Tinley Park. As weeks turned into months, leads were explored and dismissed. Potential suspects were questioned, alibis verified, and yet the case remained cold. Paranoia grew. Who had the courage or the motive to commit such a crime and vanish without a trace? The massacre drew national attention. News outlets broadcast images of the crime scene, interviews with grieving families, and appeals for information. Despite public scrutiny, the identity of the perpetrator remained unknown, fueling speculation and fear nationwide. Years passed. The case officially remained unsolved. The file sat in cold storage, evidence preserved, but hope for resolution dimmed. Yet detectives still hold on to the possibility that a break could come, a witness, a tip, or new technology could finally bring justice to the victims. The victims of the Tinley Park Lane Bryant shooting are remembered by family, friends, and community. Though the perpetrator remains at large, their lives continue to inspire vigils, reforms in retail safety, and unwavering resolve in the pursuit of justice. The echoes of that tragic October afternoon remain, a haunting reminder that evil can strike anywhere at any time. This is not just a story of a tragedy that shocked a community. It is a story of mystery, unsolved crimes, and the relentless pursuit of truth. If you have any information about the Lane Bryant shooting in Tinley Park, 2008, Law enforcement urges you to come forward. Every tip could be the key that unlocks justice. If you want more gripping true crime stories like this, hit like and subscribe and never miss a case.